This is a hat. I got it at a yard sale today. It's a hat. Wow, yellow hat. As previously mentioned, I went yard selling today, which is where I got my awesome hat. But I met this, well, I didn't personally meet, I overheard her conversation with, I believe, her mother. I'm not sure. But this was a nice, like, older lady, probably 60s. Yeah, mid-60s probably. But she was a Southern belle. She was pretty nice. She was like, hey, Stu. So apparently Stu or Lewis or something. The husband was in the house. She's like, could you get me a pen? And she's like, oh, Stu, it's alright. It's alright. Mama's got one. Mama's got a pen. And she had like a wiener dog. She's like, oh, you're a good doggy. Yes, you are. I'm just expecting her to bust out like, Miss Scotland, I don't know nothing about birth of no babies. You know, something like that. She was like a great lady. I have no clue. We bought some puzzles, I think, from her. She's mine, because I'm a huge fan of the 80s. Like, every now and then, I bust out like 99 Luft balloons, some Duran Duran, just all those 80s people. Just they're brilliant. Like, we have awesome artists today, but none of them matches up to the people from like the 50s to like the 80s. 90s, it was you had a lot of good people, but some really people. But honestly, you started with like folk and like Dylan and just those brilliant people, and then you moved to the 60s where you had like the Beatles, and 70s was, I mean, it was decent. It wasn't like, oh my god, so amazing. I mean, you had good stuff then. Then 80s, you just had those when pop was really like, just, I don't know, it felt so real and not like you were talking to a computer. It's not like T-Pain and his Miami Dolphins song, which I absolutely love. I'm not against T-Pain. Shout outs to T-Pain, who probably doesn't watch my videos. People like the Beatles came out today. I don't know if they'd be as impactful. Like if the Beatles now, with all the production levels and just all the I don't know, the featuring and just, I mean, if people like Bob Dylan, I mean, Bob Dylan would be just considered some average YouTube singer. I mean, he wouldn't have a record deal, because, I mean, he probably wouldn't, like, you know, now. I mean, he's a brilliant artist, and I'm glad he makes music, and I love his music. But nowadays, just because you have people like Usher and just like Soulja Boy, just kind of like subpar people just making music for no apparent reason. Like used to, you had to work hard and you actually had to like establish a fan base, and then you broke in to mainstream. But now it's just like, alright, we got this really catchy single, put it out. Alright, you're number one, go do some tours, and you know, go sing a hook on so-and-so song. And just the quality of music, I mean, the hard, like the beats and the production level, it's so just heavy and overdone. But I mean, I like it, but it's just nothing compared to way back when. Musicals, I love musicals. Like I used to, as a kid, I watched Annie. That is what I watched before I went to sleep. Like without Annie, I would have not been able to sleep. It's just impossible. I loved Annie. I usually fell asleep within the first like 20 minutes or so. But the movie was just brilliant. I loved it. I mean, I don't know why. It was the original Annie, not the one with like the Rosie O'Donnell. I think she was in one. The one with like Carol Burnett. I think she's in that. I probably butchered her name. But the original Annie. Just a brilliant movie. Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. They take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. Hat lady, I have no clue. We bought some puzzles, I think, from her. She was great. I don't know why I'm dancing. Probably gonna get shot by a hunter or something. I'm out in the woods talking. Probably gonna get mad at me. Go Dick Cheney on me. That'd be terrible. I'd hate it if I got shot.